Welcome to Carolslight community. It's a privilege to have you join me today as I introduce a new class that we're going to be starting, and it is called 55 Plus. And I am so thrilled because I've had quite a few of our yogi community members ask for this type of class. And so putting it together just made me feel so motivated. Full disclosure, I'm 66 years old and I am fully aware of the benefits that a 55 plus class can offer you. My name is Debbie Lackas and I am the founder and executive director of Carolslight. And through Carolslight, we have two partners, one with Six Hearts Yoga and the other one with Joyga, and they're from Canada, so we do have an international presence. Both organizations helped us design this class, and we hope you enjoy it. And I'm going to go ahead and go over just a little bit of an introduction on some of the props that you might see me using and why I do them. And anytime during this class, if you do have questions, please feel free to email me at info@carolslight.org, or you can simply join the social media that we'll have going on about this class and engage and let me know either how I'm doing, how the class is doing. If there's anything else that you'd like to see or need to have explained, feel free to please contact us. This class is for you. We want you to engage and to benefit with what we're going to be teaching you. And so today I'm going to go ahead and show you the props that I'm going to be using is a chair. I generally like to have a folding chair, but for some reason it's stored someplace I can't find it. But any type of chair, as long as it's got the four legs and it's sturdy, will do. Of course, most people know that people engage with a mat, and it's a nice mat that's made out of a nice foam. It's not too thick. And I don't usually use a mat when I'm on a carpeting or I'm out on a grass area. Sometimes even if I'm walking in nature when I do my grounding hikes. I love the feel of my feet in a natural environment, and we will talk a little bit more about that grounding as well. We also have here two blocks. Blocks are very important. I use them. I'll have you engage with them as well because one, they assist with poses for balance, for bending, for some of our folds. And I always like to look at them as kind of an extension of my arms. And so I'll bring that to your attention as well. I'll go ahead and use this chair for a second. I also have a belt that I use. Mine is just a long strap. Some people have it to where they can pull it tighter or not. But again, this is used for some yogis. They do enjoy having a strap to help them do some lifts or to stretch a little bit. So that's a useful prop. Just a regular, just a hand towel. Sometimes it might be warm in a facility that you're working at or even outside, and you can use that. I also have a blanket, which is just a nice fold-out blanket. It's soft. This can be used several different ways, and I do use this. For instance, if you're on your back and you need to rest the backside where your spine is or your lower back in case you have a little bit of a sensitivity, or you're engaging in a fold and need to have a little bit of a tilt with your core, a blanket is a great tool to be able to put under your backside, or you can actually even set it, underneath your arms. So there's multiple uses for a blanket that can be folded up as well. And the last prop I'll show you is a bolster. This bolster again can be used similar to like the blanket if you roll it up. This is great for any type of folding to rest your knees. If you're laying on your back and you need to use it in the backside of your spine or your lower neck, there's multiple opportunities to use a bolster. It's not necessary, but I just wanted to show you the props that I generally carry with me. I have a little cart that I bring in, and that's where a folding chair comes in nicely. And also I do ask for you to hydrate yourself. at any time if you need to stop and have a drink. Sometimes if it's cold and if you just need to cool yourself a little bit, feel free to do so. There is absolutely no reason for you not to pause and to just become aware and present to not only your body and but to your mind as well. And that is really a true gift about the class that we're going to be offering to you, is that we ask you to engage both mind and body. We start out with our talking about the mindfulness applications in terms of breathing, relaxation, and being able to maybe do a guided meditation. Those are very valuable tools to be able to bring you calm and present. One of the things that we'll engage in is a little bit more about breath. Trivia for the next time you're with your grandkids or somebody. We breathe actually about 22,000 breaths a day. And our bodies are just like these little machines that, just keep us very active. And when I teach the first couple breaths, which I'll be doing in just a moment, it is really interesting to find people have a little bit hard time when they have to really stop and think about it. And I find the breath has really changed me in terms of, again, becoming calm and present, about utilizing certain breaths in certain situations. I can do my yoga far better than I could before. Even if I'm out walking my dogs or doing a little jog. Even when I swim, I'm lucky enough to be able to swim regularly. Learning correct breathing has just really changed how I look at my sports. And so I hope that'll provide you some insight as we go through the classes as well. I'm going to go ahead and start using the chair today, and I will end the class by doing just the 3 simple poses I'm going to do today, standing up as well. And if you'd like to stay on, to see both the chair and the standing, please feel free to do so, but you don't have to. As I have said, we're going to try to keep the classes on a weekly basis to just about 20 minutes. We find that that is a great class for beginners, as well as just a refresher class. And so what I'd like you to do is, if you are sitting, which I hope you did, because I did ask that when I sent out the email if you could be sitting for this class, I want you to sit properly in the chair. And what that means is to sit about 2 or 3 inches away from the back. Don't be leaning against it, because I want you to concentrate on just sitting tall. I want that spine elongated. I want your neck to be just nice and connected, and you're going to have a nice forward gaze, meaning nose straight, chin up, and just be able to relax not only your shoulders, but also the core around your hips and your thighs. I want your knees to be about shoulder width apart, and your knees should always be over your ankles, and your feet should be forward. You might even think it's slightly turned in just a little bit. And if you can, I'd like you just to wiggle those toes and kind of spread them out a little bit. And I gently have my hands just rested on my knees. So this is actually a very nice, comfortable sit to do a chair yoga program. And I can do almost any sequence, yoga sequences, in the chair as effectively as I can doing standing up. And it's just a wonderful prop, or it's just a wonderful engagement period. And so what I'm going to have us do first is what I call the balloon breath. Some may know it as the belly breath. And I'm going to ask you to put your hand onto your belly and the other hand just up over your heart. And the proper breath is actually 3-part. It'll be your diaphragm, your chest, and your lungs. And what's good about this balloon breath is that you can kind of think about doing a correct breath by blowing up a balloon. Because this breath, I'm going to take a nice inhale through my nose, and I'm going to expand or kind of blow up my belly just like a balloon. As I exhale, I'm going to release the balloon or the belly. It'll go from the lungs to the chest, back to the diaphragm, but also the diaphragm is going to go towards the spine, so it's going to be a nice exhale. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate a nice deep breath in, exhale. Now I did that exhale through my nose, so I'm going to ask you to do that with me as well. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and expand your belly. Feel that belly. Exhale. Release it, and it goes lungs, chest, diaphragm, and it actually it exhales, and you'll feel it deflate almost back to your spine. And so the third breath will do the same, but this time I want you to exhale through your breath. Just release it. Just kind of let it go, just like you would a balloon. It'll like that. So let's do a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Very good job. Just go ahead and release. Maybe shake your shoulders for a second. Just do a couple nice normal breaths. And since we're talking about the breath, this next exercise or this next yoga I'm going to do for you is actually something that I've been told for 55 plus, is that when people are driving, they're starting to get very slow in terms of turning, or they're using their upper body having to look because they're not as flexible and they're not as mobile as they used to be. You know, our joints get a little bit stiff because of non-use. We might be sitting a little bit too much. And so I really encourage that if you still are driving, if you're finding that you're having any kind of issues in terms of, looking, to your right or to your left, this is an absolute great yoga exercise to do multiple times throughout the day if you'd like to, because the second one will go with the shoulder roll, and they really go hand in hand. And with the neck roll, I never go backwards with it because I always want to keep my neck aligned with my spine, and more injuries are from the neck going back than it is forward. So I don't engage in neck roll with the traditional roll. I do right, left, and chin to chest. So we're going to go back to a nice breath, and on the inhale, our gaze is going to be forward. And now exhale, and you're going to take either ear to your shoulder on your exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, the opposite ear to shoulder, because as I say, we always have to work both sides. Inhale. Now let's go chin to chest. Feel that nice stretch in the back and how your spine is just very nice and aligned with your neck. Do a nice inhale, gaze forward. And this time what you're going to do is take a nice inhale, and you're just going to twist your neck and follow your nose with your eyes, or follow your eyes with your nose and look back. And exhale, and now bring that back to center. Inhale, the other side twist, eyes follow your nose, and back to center. Let's finish it up with chin to chest. Inhale and chin to chest. Exhale. Now just go ahead and release. Again, you could dangle. Your shoulders should always just try to remain soft, but it's just natural to tense up a little bit, especially when you're engaging in something new like we just did. So this is a wonderful set to where I generally will do that 3 times, both to the right and to the left, and also the ear to the shoulder. I'll do 3 sets of those. But right now what I'm going to do is have you go, just drop your arms next to your the side of your chair, next to your waist, and just roll your shoulders for a moment. Just kind of relax. Make sure that your knees are positioned correctly over your ankles. Your feet are still shoulder width apart. Your spine is up. Your gaze is forward. And go ahead this time, when we take a nice deep breath in, we're going to bring our shoulders to our ears, and we're going to begin to roll them back, and then exhale and kind of pinch them and bring them all the way down. And you're going to find you just grew about 3 inches, and you're going to find that you're just kind of sitting tall like a soldier. And go ahead and release, and let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath in, shoulders to ears. As you exhale, roll back and release. Oh, very good. Go ahead, and you can just go ahead and again shake your arms a little bit if you'd like to. And so that is our first class. And what I'd like you to do is try this for the next few days on your own, sitting in the chair. Make sure that you have the correct posture in the chair. And also, I would like you to do your breath first 3 times. You can do it twice like we did, and then exhale on the third one through your mouth. And then go ahead and do 3 times again with your neck roll, and then follow your eyes, follow your nose, and then as you twist, and then also your shoulder roll, and do that 3 times. So that's a perfect way to start. But when you end, I'd like you to stay seated. I'd like you to close your eyes gently, and I would like you to make sure your shoulders are soft, your hands are soft, and this time I'd like you to place your palms up. I'd like you to take a nice deep breath in. Again, always feel your belly expand, and I'd like you to hold your breath for 2 counts, and then exhale through your nose. So let's take a nice deep breath in, hold, 1, 2, exhale. Make sure that you feel it deflate. And now just take 2 or 3 just nice, relaxing breaths. Gently open your eyes. And thank you so much for joining us. That's it for today's class. We will see you next time. And for those who would like to see just doing the same sequence, I'm going to go ahead and stand up and do it, because you might not always have a prop as a chair ready for you. But it was nice to start with that today. So I'm going to go ahead and stand again with my legs shoulder distance apart. My feet are very grounded. I'm loose. And this is actually called the mountain pose. You'll hear a lot about this because it's a very good transitional pose just to get you ready to go into a nice flow. So this is actually called the mountain pose. You can have your hands on your waist, or you can have them hanging down, and sometimes you can even have them up over your head if you'd like to. So once again, I'm going to ask you to take just a nice relaxed deep breath in. Exhale through your nose. Nice deep breath in. Expand that belly. Exhale through your nose. And the third one, we're going to exhale through our mouth. Inhale. Nice job. We're going to take a nice deep breath in and go into our neck roll, and we're going to do it just one time, the 2 sequences. So take a nice deep breath in, exhale, ear to shoulder, inhale, exhale, inhale, chin to chest, inhale, exhale, follow your eyes to your nose as you turn, back on inhale, exhale, opposite side, your nose follows your eyes as you turn to the side, exhale, now we're at an inhale, chin to chest, Good job. Go ahead and just relax. Just go ahead and roll your shoulders if you like. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our nice deep breath in, shoulders to ears, exhale, roll back, pinch, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Shoulder roll, exhale. Good job. Just go ahead and take a nice few breaths, natural breaths, and then just go ahead and just loosen up your shoulders a little bit. You can shake them if you want. Now I'm going to ask you just to do a nice ending breath with me, and this is called the joy breath. Going to take a nice deep breath in, arms up. Exhale halfway, flip your palms over. Inhale. Open up your chest. Exhale, arms back in, palms over. Inhale, and then go into a forward fold and just release that. You can just hang like a rag doll for just a second and slowly roll back up, chin to chest. Namaste, and we'll see you next week for class number 2 of our 55 plus. Thank you.